Hey guys, Aubrey here. Well, Fanatec has slowly been rolling out the CSL Clubsport and the Clubsport Plus wheelbases. I'm still waiting for my Clubsport Plus. It's been delayed a little bit, so what I thought I'd do is a bit of a review approximately 1 year on from owning a CSL DD, and that's the 8 Newton meter one. Because a lot of people have been buying wheelbases lately. We've had the Black Friday sale. A lot of people have bought just about everything from Fanatec. So the CSL DD, a lot of people bought the DD1 and DD2 have been extremely cheap during that sale. And they've also released the QR2, so there's been a lot of new packages coming out with the new quick release as well. So I thought it'd be a good time at this stage to do a 1 year review of my CSL DD, because I'm just soon to be changing over to the Clubsport Plus. And there's going to be a lot of people buying this wheelbase and going to be starting out sim racing with it. So I thought a lot of people might want to know what it's like to own it for about a year. I've basically gone straight to the 8 Newton meter with this one, so I didn't even start with a 5 Newton meter. But previously I did watch reviews on this wheelbase when it first came out with people with the 5 Newton meter. Previously I had the Thrustmaster TS-PC. Before that I had the Logitech G29, but with the TS-PC I think that was about 6 Newton meters of torque, thereabouts, but that was belt driven. So I just wanted to go direct drive. I went and got the CSL DD, and I was just blown away by just the fidelity and smoothness of a direct drive wheelbase. So if you're moving from something like a Logitech or a Thrustmaster wheelbase, especially Logitech, if you're going to a CSL DD, you are going to notice a massive difference. One of the few bigger differences you're going to notice is the just the smoothness of the wheel. Having no belt drive, the Thrustmaster wheelbase was belt driven, and for me going from that to a CSL DD was just crazy how smooth it was. The fidelity as well in the force feedback was greatly increased as well from the TS-PC. Not saying that the Thrustmaster didn't have good fidelity. The force feedback was quite good, but it was very granular, being belt driven. As soon as you go to a direct drive wheelbase, straight away you notice a huge amount of smoothness. Also, one of the big things that you'll notice when moving from something like a Logitech to a CSL DD is you're going to have much better control over the car, especially say a rear wheel drive car. The back end starts sliding out, you're going to feel that very quickly and precise, and you're going to be able to catch slides much easier. Now I'm going to start with a few negatives first, and one of them is if you buy a wheel like say the WRC wheel rim that comes with a plastic quick release, you're going to want to change that plastic quick release out ASAP, in my opinion. You at least want to go to a QR1 metal quick release, because the plastic quick release, in my opinion, has a lot of movement in it when you're driving, especially if you're using it up around 8 Newton meters. I had a lot of clicking that was happening with that plastic quick release. Quite a bit of movement that you know, I just didn't appreciate. A lot of people said they've been happy with it and have no problems, but this is my opinion. I'd stay away from the plastic quick release. And also, while we're on the quick release subject, I'm currently using with the CSL DD, I'm using the metal quick release QR1, and that is a lot better than the plastic one. It is really quite good. Now I do use the bolt with it, so every time I change my wheel over, I put the bolt in, and the main reason for that is there still is movement with the metal quick release on my wheelbase. So putting that bolt in eliminates that movement pretty much completely. Obviously it's not going to be good as the new QR2, but it does remove a lot of the movement that you would get with no bolt. So if you drive with a QR2 with no bolt, you do notice a little bit of movement. So it is definitely recommended to use that bolt. The other reason why you'd want to use the bolt is because you don't want any movement. You've got an electrical connection there with some very small pins that are subject to breakage, and you just don't want any movement in there. Like over the years, if there's a lot of movement there, I'd be worried about the pins weakening and then eventually breaking. There have been cases where pins have broken, but there have been different scenarios. I haven't looked too far into what caused those pins from breaking for people. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to use the CSL DD, I'd definitely recommend buying the QR1 or even getting the new QR2. You'll need the new shaft adapter too for it if you want to use the QR2, but at least as a minimum you want to use the QR1 metal quick release, because I use that with a bolt and that is a lot better. So really that is the only complaint I have with the CSL DD, is just the plastic quick release and a little bit of movement, and even the metal quick release with no bolt used. It is a little bit of a pain to put the bolt in every time you want to switch over a wheel, but it doesn't take very long, and we'll just screw it in very quickly. So even after using this wheelbase, the CSL DD 8Nm for over a year now, I've been very happy with it, and it's just been surprising how good it is for me moving from the belt drive wheel. There's been a lot of updates to the wheelbase and wheels since release, and everything has gotten better. A lot of the sim racing games have also been updating their games as well to match the CSL DD a lot better also, so the fidelity has even been improved as you go. And the best thing to do with these wheelbases as well is start from your base setting, and it is good fun to play around with the Fanatec software and just improve the fidelity of your force feedback and just tune it to how you want. You can still get a lot out of the CSL DD with the tuning software in Fanatec. Just be playing around with it a bit and just going at a game, trying it. You can set different settings for each sim. So I have different settings for Automobilista. I have a different one again for Assetto Corsa, a different one again for ACC, and so forth. So they're all very different. R Factor 2 is probably the best force feedback effect I've had with the CSL DD. It's been amazing. The difference with that sim has been phenomenal compared to something else. The fidelity is just unbelievable with the CSL DD. Be very happy with it. I know a lot of my subscribers like Automobilista 2. It works fantastic with AMS2. I did try a different force feedback file to modify the force feedback feeling, but for me, and for a long time now, I've been using Default Plus with the overall gain set to about between 70 and 80%. And with Default Plus, it's been fantastic, especially with the last few updates with Automobilista. Force feedback in AMS2 with the CSL DD has just been really good. Now a lot of people are going to be wondering if 8Nm is going to be enough. If you're going to buy the CSL DD, I really highly recommend to buy the 8Nm boost kit. The CSL DD with just 5Nm is probably going to be barely significant if you're coming from something like a TSPC or another Thrustmaster for that matter. You definitely want the boost kit, because with the more power you get with the direct drive wheelbases, the more power that you get in the motor, the more fidelity you get. So even if you've got more power and you turn the force feedback gain down, you're still getting, because there's a lot more power behind the motor, you're still getting a lot more fidelity and detail in the force feedback. So a lot of people don't realize that it's not just about the amount of force that you're getting through your arms with the wheelbase. Basically the more force behind the motor itself, the more detail you get. So that's why it's quite important to get the 8Nm with the CSL DD. You're going to maximize with the details there. To give you an example, if you're running 8Nm, between 8Nm and 5Nm, you're going to feel a lot more road details. So you'll feel more detail going over ripple strip, lots of little bumps, especially with the laser scan tracks. You're going to notice all those important bumps and details a lot better with 8Nm over 5Nm. Now I've only been using 3 wheels with the CSL DD. I've been using the WRC wheel, and I've also been using the McLaren V2 wheel. That's what I bought originally with the CSL DD, and I've been using the F1 Clubsport wheel as well, the podium. That's also got the advanced paddle module as well, and I use that most of the time with you know, GT3s and Formula 1 cars, and that wheel is fantastic. So if you're going to get a CSL DD, I'd highly recommend get an F1 wheel if you're going to use if you're going to be using it for GT3 and Formula 1, because that wheel paired with that the wheel is fairly small. It's a lot smaller than your WRC and the bigger round wheels, so therefore you got a little bit more force in a smaller wheel. In the total time I've used this wheel, I've used it for long and short times. The wheelbase has never gotten hot. It's never been hot to touch. Like even after a long drive, you can put your hand on the base, on the wheelbase, and it just might feel lukewarm. I've never ever used it where it's got hot, so the passive cooling of the CSL DD has been very good. With the mounting options for the CSL DD, it does seem to pair quite well with just about anything. Being a small direct drive base, it works quite well with your smaller cockpits. I have had it mounted to a smaller cockpit and had no real problems with it. Obviously with a much more rigid GT Elite now, and that it doesn't move at all. But yeah, the CSL DD, you can actually get a table clamp for it as well. You can table clamp it as well. Just keeping in mind, if you're using 8 Newton meters table clamping it, you're probably going to want to make sure that's tightened down quite well. Anyway, I hope this helps everybody. It's going to be purchasing this wheelbase. I'm very happy with it. Keep in mind, you want to use the metal quick release. That's my opinion. I wouldn't recommend using the plastic quick release. So if you're going to buy a wheel with a plastic quick release, make sure you get that QR1 metal quick release, or at least upgrade the wheelbase to the new QR2 system. They are available now as well. I hope this helps people that buy this wheelbase, whether it be new or second hand. I hope this helps. Very happy with it, and if you are moving from something like a Logitech, you're going to be very, very happy with it. Anyway guys, hit that thumbs up if this video has helped you. If you want to see more of my content, just hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video guys. Thanks for watching.